Hey, everybody, I just wanted to get some thoughts out to you about the proverbial elephant in the room and the Sitzer law case that's out there, because I'm hearing a lot of questions about it. So I want to tell you a couple things and just some food for thought to think about this. I thought I'd rather do this in video, maybe get an idea of the emotion that's behind all this, because it is definitely not a wimpy state of mind. So first thing is this, there's going to be a lot more information that's going to be coming out to you from KW, from your market center. Obviously, we are on this like proverbial white on rice. We had a call on it today with the coaches. There's another call that we have specially set up with the MAPS coaches on Thursday. So as new information comes to me, I will dispense it out to all of you. So what I really want to focus on is mindset. Right now, and I hate the cliche, now more than ever, but now more than ever, mindset and the attitude that we have going into this is going to make all the difference in the world. As most of you know, a couple of weeks ago, I spent a week at a place called Gunsight Academy. It was 1 week of pistol shooting, of basically combat mindset for self-defense, not plink plink target shooting, but what do you have to do if you need to defend your life with a handgun? It was intense. The guy who was the chief instructor was a former Army Ranger, 30 years in the Army, and then about 5 or 6 years working as a subcontractor or contract work with Blackwater all around the world. So the guy knows his stuff. We actually had, I think, a 60 or a 90-minute seminar basically on mindset. So here's the thing that's been noodling around in my head for the last couple of weeks. Here we're talking about handguns, combat, life-saving tactics. Mindset was the foundation. So Gunsight had, and by the way, the oldest, most well-established training facility in the country, just to give you an idea who they are. They have this triangle, and we've all seen these different triangles. On one side of the triangle is marksmanship. On the other side of the triangle is gun handling. But at the base of the triangle, mindset. Mindset, gun handling, marksmanship. I thought back to my days in vector marketing when we were building the Cutco business. We had what we called the ASK triangle, ASK. Attitude, skills, knowledge. What was at the base? Mindset, attitude. So I was thinking, I don't remember seeing too many triangles. Then I thought, oh yeah, leads, listing, leverage. Well, there's no mindset in leads, listing, leverage. Surprise, surprise. MREA, think a million. What do you see under leads? The first thing that's highlighted? Think, mindset. So mindset going into this situation is going to make all the difference in the world. The people who are not prepared or who have the wrong mindset or are sticking their head in the sand, they're going to be out of the real estate business. Thank goodness. Let the whole be the cold. What's the expression? Call the herd. All right. Call the herd. The strong will survive. It's going to start with what we're thinking up here. So let me give you some pointers on mindset here, just to the stuff that came out of the call today and stuff that just has been noodling around and in conversations with you folks over the last week or so. Number one, get educated, okay? Learn what is actually going on, not from the mainstream media, because we know if it bleeds, it leads. The news is always negative. So educate yourself on what's going on and put it through the lens of perspective. What can I learn here that will help me adjust my client's attitude so that they have a different perspective on the events? Because all they're getting is the negativity from the news, okay? The world is falling apart. Real estate's not the place to be. Everybody's going to get all that. It's negative and it's crap. And it's just a perspective that we do not need. So educate yourself. Think about this. I was not in the business. You guys were. You remember this. Was it 06, 07, 08? When the market was like, whoa, and then all of a sudden it tanked. I know here in Phoenix, I was talking to someone earlier today, they were holding lotteries to sell houses. Lotteries to sell a house. You had to go in pre-qualified, ready to write a check on that spot to get, if you didn't have it, next person up on the lottery gets it. And they had lines waiting to buy houses. That's how crazy it was. And then the market tanked. But what happened when the market tanked? People who were educated, who saw it coming, learned how to do short sales and foreclosures, and they made a lot of money. Educate yourself on what could happen and how you can handle it, okay? Educate. Then Create a plan, okay? A plan on how to educate your clients, how to educate your buyers, how to educate your prospects on what could be coming, okay? More fundamental than that, think about how you provide value to your clients. What is your value proposition now so that they will pay you should the ruling come down that way that they have to? What is it that you bring to them? Keep in mind, the client's attitude is very, very simple. Oh, the buyer's agent, they just drive me around. Here comes the puppy. She's even involved. See, Wendy's even curious about this. The buyer's agent, oh, all they do is they drive me around and open up the doors and show me the house and tell me this is the kitchen, this is the living room. In a lot of clients' minds, that's it. They don't know everything else that you do. So here's an analogy. Let's say that you were going into court with potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line to defend yourself. Are you going to go in without an attorney when you know the guy on the other side of the aisle has a couple of lawyers ready to eat you up alive? Would you ever consider the possibility of going into court to defend yourself on hundreds of thousands of dollars? Then why would you consider not being represented in the largest financial decision you're going to make? Educate your clients on all the things that you do. Create a plan to go through the buyer's agency agreement and explain to them why, if it happens, that they might have to pay 1, 2, 3% or whatever it might be, so that they understand the value. In the court analogy, let's say you go through the court and everything works out in your favor, but you had that attorney sitting next to you. He presents a case, you win, everything is smooth, you win, it's in favor of you, done. You'll still be happy that you paid the person. If on the flip side, the case goes south and your attorney has to scramble and pull out all kinds of things and make a very compelling case to the judge and or jury, and you win, then you're extraordinarily grateful that you hired somebody. Same thing with a real estate transaction. Your clients need to understand everything that you do, and you got to get crystal clear on that first so you can create the plan for them. Look to your market center to find out what you can do to be in compliance and what you can do legally to be paid should it come down to that. Again, there's going to be more coming out on this from KW. We're going to have some conversation points and everything else that you're going to need for this. Believe me, Keller Williams is working on this feverishly right now to make sure that we are the best trained, most well-educated people in the market. But I did understand this also. Nationwide, there's a lot of people that are being recruited into KW right now because the team leaders are calling them up and saying, hey, are you concerned about everything that's happening here? Do you have a plan? Well, we do. We have a plan. We have a solution. Come on over. Let's talk about it. Okay. So get educated, put together the plan, practice it so you know how to communicate this very effectively with your clients. I ran across a quote today from Louis Pasteur. Fortune favors the prepared mind. Fortune favors the prepared mind. So get prepared. Oh, mind. Mindset. Thank you, Louis. Okay. Oh, here's an idea. What about if you got a buyer on the fence and you know they want to buy, they're pre-qualified, they're going, well, I think we're going to wait until the market shifts. I think we're going to wait till interest rates come down. What if you have a conversation with them along the lines of, well, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, there's a possibility, and I'm sure you've seen the news, that if you wait, you might wind up having to pay the buyer's commission. And on your $600,000 investment, that could be $18,000. Ooh, what if it's a 1.5 million? What's 3% of that? 45K? So do you want to wait and potentially have to come out of pocket for my commissions? Because if you're not paying me, you're going to pay somebody who's going to represent you. Or would we be better off getting you into the house now that you love, finding the right property so that you're in? So when the interest rates do come down, you can refinance. And if it ever goes the other way, you could say, boy, I got in before I had to come out of pocket to pay the commissions. Which way would you like to proceed? That's a nice little fear of loss that you can have the conversation, but you need to be prepared. You need to be educated to be able to do it. Okay. So mindset, Folks, what are you doing to charge up? What are you doing to make sure that you're strong? What are you doing to make sure that you are a rock, that whatever they throw at you is just going to bounce off? Prepare yourself and understand what your clients are hearing, what they're reading, so that you can either answer it before it comes up, which is the best, or answer it after it comes up. But you need to be educated and prepared and practiced. This is not the time for complacency. And that's why I wanted to do this in video. I wanted to give you an idea. I got a lot of energy around this because I love it when stuff like this happens. That means the weak are going to be out and it's our opportunity to grab more business. But it's only going to go to those people who've got the right mindset, the attitude that this is time to take market share. This is time to proverbial and metaphorically go to war, okay? So how can you take it? How can you think about this as being exciting? How can you think about this as being an opportunity? What is your perception of this? Are you looking for the problem, or are you looking for the potential opportunities and solutions? It all starts in here. Everyone who's watching and listening to this video, without exception, already has the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you got the system, you got all of that in place. The one thing that's going to take it up to the next level is how you decide to view it. What is your choice on the perception of what might be happening? One last thing from Gunsight, which I really liked. When we think about this as excitement, they summed up the whole thing about mindset in a gunfight this way. Excitement will not kill you. Surprise will. Excitement will not kill you. Surprise will. So let's get prepared so that we are not surprised. Let everybody in the other brokerages be surprised. Let them pull their head out of the sand and realize, oh crap, it's too late. Wonderful. The weak will diminish. We will take the market share. All right. This is war footing. This is exciting. So don't be surprised. I'll talk to everybody soon.